Okay, so this is gonna be a little different. I personally don't play a lot of Alpha 1v1. Actually, haven't acquired for a long time. Not really big fan of the race, the way it just plays. But it's 1.30 patch, and let's see. The current meta is steering tier 1 for quite a while, getting some huntresses, archers, essentially tier 1 units with Keeper of the Groove. But I do play a lot of games against elves as a human, so it kind of gives me a little bit of perspective how to, play vice versa. I feel like it's not perfect because I really don't know all the ins and outs of night elf, but I think I have at least basics. I at least understand the basics of it, right? So we're just gonna go with that. Okay, let's see. On this map, yeah, I guess on this map, this is probably the best option you can get in creeping. Maybe you can put down ancient right here if you're feeling real brave. You can put it right here, and summon some trees from keeper and creep this. It'll probably be the best. This is little. This there's a merc camp in here, right? No, I'm thinking of a different map, I suppose. Yeah, I'm thinking of a different map, not in this one. There's no merc in this one. I should know this. I played 1,000. I didn't play 1,000 games, but I played a bunch of games on this map. Yeah, there's a possibility. You can do this one and leave this one. You can just do this one the first attempt. Do archer, some trees, and try to kill this. It could be a possibility. Could be. I don't want to say it is for sure. I'm pretty sure it's doable. I'm pretty sure. I want to say it's doable. But it could be safer. Maybe even placing the ancient right here. Creeping this with your ancient and then walking over here could be good as well. But let's see, you can summon the trees, kind of destroy the path of the trees. Like, you summon some trees here, destroy this path, walk your tree over here. Like, aggro this with the archer or keeper, and just let your tree tank it. So you can do two camps in one. Or what you can do is, you put down this ancient, you get some units, and you try to harass a human player. That's what usually seems to be the case here, right? They go into, a keeper goes into a human base and, entitle a couple units, pick up maybe 40, maybe Warland Mantle, maybe a couple of peasants. And then once you kind of run out of mana, you feel like you can't really do anything, you kind of back up and start creeping your own. And by this point, you should have some units. You probably should have two ancients and maybe huntress or 2, 3 archer or something like that. And you can pretty much creep this with an ancient fairly easy at this point. And you could probably place a tree. I'm not sure. Let's see. You might be able to place a tree somewhere here, tree of life, and then at some point walk it over here and take creep camp. I'm not quite sure how close can you place it, but I'm sure there's a spot somewhere you can place it right here and then right here and then walk it over here and take this export at some point. Because you're gonna be staying tier 1 most likely for quite a while in this meta right now, in the current meta. But we'll see what this Mr. Cosmic Love is doing. You speed up the process. Talked about last time. If you're doing this creep camp, I guess you can put, your altar right here. I would do this creep camp first, so I'll put my altar right here usually. Or, so it's closer to here. Second hero comes out, he just runs over here and you do this creep camp fast, right? But anyway, we're watching Night Elf this time around. Guess I can't help myself.
Your building is complete.
As a human spammer. Okay, he's doing Keeper of the Groove. Okay, it only makes sense. A lot of people say, you know what, I don't want to abuse Keeper of the Groove because it's broken right now. It's not fair. Why? Play to the best with the best tools you have for victory. Okay. If Keeper is first of all, he's a fun hero, and he's pretty great right now at tier 1. He kind of scales down in tier 2 when people start getting the spell and all that. But you try to build up your advantage at tier 1 to where it doesn't even matter by that point. But just go Keeper of the Groove. Don't not go Keeper just because you feel like it's cheating. Don't. Just use all the tools at your disposal. Okay, so he is go Keeper, which is good. Alright. And I say this as a human player, okay? I play against Keeper every fucking game and it's irritating. Alright. Pretty much standard stuff, nothing out of ordinary here.
Warriors have engaged the enemy.
I must safeguard the land.
Okay, so he is creeping this. He's opting not to harass the human player. He's just gonna creep out. But let's see if he's gonna harass at some point or he's just gonna creep up. I feel like harassing early is, I think it's better. At least try to slow down humans leveling up, you know? And acquire your own force to where you can actually creep up faster as well. Instead of, you know, one archer and a couple of trees. You have like, you know, 2, 3 archers, a couple of huntresses. You can creep up a lot faster.
I stand ready.
Okay, so human is he going for an expansion play here? And by the way, another thing, if you're not play, place your wisps. This is kind of comes with a higher tier, right? People usually a high tier know this well. Let's take a look here. So like let's see, he does have a wisp right here. Maybe placing one somewhere like better where you can kind of get vision. Maybe like right here or something. I don't really know the sweet spots. There are sweet spots for this wisps. I don't really play Knife all that much, so I can't really tell you the sweet spots. You probably would have to watch a Knife player to know all these spots. I don't want to tell you to put it right here or right here or right here because you might aggro. Definitely put it right here. You want aggro, and it'll probably give you some good vision here. But anyway, so we'll just go ahead and keep watching. And okay, so like I previously said, you're probably gonna be. Don't be afraid to stay in tier 2. I mean tier 1 for quite a while when you play Knife. Don't afraid to drop down 2 ancients and crank out tier 1. Try to get an advantage in tier 1 or the Tekken. Just, you know, creep greedy. I'd say if you creep greedy, I mean you could afford doing it most likely with the ancient. You know, some trees. You summon some trees. You could probably creep this, get level 3 quickly. And, you know, go attack a human and put up a tree of life. Just put it up. If you have to disengage at some point, you know, you're feeling like you did all you could. Maybe you know you can't win right there on the spot. You gotta back up and heal, right? Just take this real quickly. You should have a tree summoned. You just walk it over here, kill this creep camp, put down the tree, and just keep with aggression, right? That's what I would suggest. Just being aggressive. Like, there's no point of, I mean, you kind of get lucky with this tome right here, but there's no point of meddling with this small creep camps. Like, I mean, it doesn't really do anything. It's kind of lucky with the experience tome, but you don't get a good item. You know, you kind of crappy items right now. So that's what I would suggest. If you're gonna creep greedy, and then make a stand. And then once you kind of like amass some units and you kind of feel safe, you can just, you know, straight up just go for another tech. Just straight up tier 2. You have units. He can't break you. Go for, you know, tier 2. Put some pressure. Easy. Okay, so he knows there's expo going on, but it's way too late. He could have done something. Could have if I feel like if Knife harassed, he could have predicted this pattern. Maybe, you know, kill a couple of peasants, kill a couple of footies, kind of diminish the force, show him that he is there, like, you know, presence. Show your presence to a human player. Tell him like, okay, I'm here and I'm getting aggressive. So if you go drop down expansion, it might cost you, right? Because, you know, I'm in your face. So that's what I would do. But the human just get him to do anything he wants to, right? I mean, he just get a free act completely. Never let human do this. Almost there's no almost any scenarios when you want a human player who's playing against you to get up expansion with nothing, no economic damage done to him. It could have been, if this had been intercepted in the mid creep, this could have been a GG on the spot. He could have lost so many units. Oh my goodness. Especially all the poison creeps, they're poisoning everything. So all the footies start taking massive damage. I mean, it could have been nasty. But, you know, don't play a PvE game against a human. That's a moral of the story. Most of the time. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible and you don't do it all the time, but if you're trying to stick to current meta that actually works, don't let the human do that. There's other ways you can play, but if you're trying to have a solid plan that is most meta, that will probably yield you the most amount of success, is, you know, don't let the human get a free expansion. Let's see, human hasn't teched yet though. Okay. Man. That's a surround. Nope, that's not a surround. If your keeper just walked down a little bit further down, that could have been surround. Alright, so at least still winnable. It's still winnable. This expansion is pretty naked. Could be easily killed. And I feel like if now I've had 2 wars of Ancients of War, could have made a big push here. Crank out some hunters and just walk in right in there and just cleave down everything. Human has nothing. He has nothing. No units right now. Has 2 footies. It ain't nothing. But he's about to be cranking out them rifles, and that's gonna be a nightmare. Alrighty, let's see.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Ooh, he's gonna make. He should be. He should be able to make it, but the force is kind of weak, to be honest. Yeah, this human kind of should be able to. Where's he TPing? Okay, he's TPing right here. That wasn't a very good TP. I feel like I would have probably TP'd right here, but he probably double clicked it, to be honest. The APM is pretty good though. APM not too bad. 182 is pretty good. Let's see this human real quick. 151. It's pretty good. Both have pretty good APM in general.
I stand ready.
And let's see. May want to throw in a couple of Martin Giants as well, but that's not good. That's not looking good, to be honest. I probably wouldn't even go rifles if I went expansion build. I don't know if I would have won rifles. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't really done, like I said, I haven't been really doing expansion play. I've been kind of pulling away from it, and I've been doing other, like just mainly rifle build, really. I'm not sure if I would have won rifles on 2 base of the human, but I mean, it's not like he's not gonna lose the game because of it. I doubt it. And right here, I guess not too bad. The keeper is pretty close to level 5, so it's not too bad that he's been creeping with Alchemist. I would say you want to creep up your Alchemist as soon as possible. But keeper is getting to level 5, but you also gotta remember that at tier 2 human gets dispel and your keeper becomes that much useless. And this is where your Alchemist becomes a lot better, because you know you can't really dispel healing spray. You can't really, you can't really counter Alchemist with the dispel, but you can keep with the groove. So it kind of, it's really, I think it'd be okay if there was advantage for a Knife player, to where you know that the priest there's not gonna be a lot of priest, or it's gonna be hard for a human to get there if you put out a lot of pressure and the human is struggling. Then maybe creeping up your keep of the groove to level 5 to have those additional trees could be good. But the human is pretty much safe. Like, there's nothing gonna happen to this human player. He's pretty much secure at this point, so he's gonna have everything he needs to counter keeper. Yeah, okay, so this is a pretty easy camp to creep. I know it looks intimidating, but it's a pretty easy creep camp because of the fountain. And you can just kite a dragon away. Have your units facing the fountain and dragon away from the fountain, and you just kill them pretty easily. So you got an expansion too, which is good. 4,000 more gold for a human. Okay, priest has no dispel yet, which is good. Keeper has no mana at all to really do anything. I want to say, I think you're right here. Maybe walking back home and getting some mana in lane TP onto your expansion would be better, to have full mana in your keeper, so you can actually summon a whole bunch of trees and entangle. But you would have lost a lot of time. Your expansion could have went down here. I'm not really sure about what could have been done here properly. I think going back to base and getting some mana would probably been the best. Because Keeper has no mana, he's kind of useless. He really doesn't maybe cast 1-2 spells and not gonna do much. And you need some Munchkin Giants to take up to soak up the damage from rifles. Need some of them. Oh, here we go. Here comes the
sacred grove is being desecrated. The
little trick. Before you sip mana on any of your heroes, drop the items that make your hero tankier or give you more mana. So if you're gonna sip some juice from Moonwell, drop this pedant, and let's say Alchemist had a health pedant or whatever it's called, drop that and then sip. That's the most optimal way of doing it.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Okay, let's see. Did he get Dispel yet? Oh, he's going tier 3 actually now. Okay, he did get Dispel. Let's see what does Alchemist have. Okay. And he died with Greater Healing Potion too. And I'm pretty sure Keeper did Staff as well. Could have stabbed the hero.
Research finished.
Probably should throw up some upgrades on those units. And since you have this Crypt, getting a Shredder could be worth it. Honestly, it should have been one of the first purchases, to be honest. Probably even a tier 1. Like, you creep this, and you just pretty much get a Shredder. And at that point, you have a Shredder. You can make a tower push with the Whispers you do have. Because you should have plenty of lumber with the Shredder. Let's see, Emopod maybe? TP. Okay, let's see. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to help out for Night players, but Night Elf is probably the weakest out of all the 1v1 races that I could play. I guess it's let's see, 3 and 4 and 3 and 5. Okay, all right, that's not too bad. The levels are kind of equaled out.
The great outdoors.
But the human does have a superior force, I feel like. Let's take a look at supply. Actually, 69 to... It's pretty close. It's pretty close. And the human probably has way more peasants too. So shoot, yeah, he has a lot of peasants. So it's doable. I feel like we'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen. Did anybody creep this? Okay. This creep camp should be taken as soon as you can. Even if you think about it this way. If you have any kind of breathing room and any kind of force that you think you might be able to take this, I feel like you should take this. This creep camp can drop a good item for you, and it's only 1 too. There's no... A lot of times, let's say on some maps, there's 2 of these creep camps. So if your enemy gets one, and you're like, oh, okay, he got one, I gotta get one. And a lot of times you'll be able to get one for yourself because they're usually on the opposite sides, right? So you're like, okay, I'm just gonna go in here and I'm gonna get the other one. But this time, it's only 1. You can only get 1. So it's pretty critical for you to grab this. Which I make a mistake of not doing it. I should be getting it myself too. I always don't. But I try to end games quickly. So, okay. So this, okay. Kind of made in the middle. What was the item? Let's see, what was that? Okay, that's a good item. That's probably one of the best outcomes. Okay, let's see. Giant. I probably would get armor, to be honest, over damage, personally. Man. Alright. Let's see, 2. 1 upgrades. Maybe more mountain giants, it could be good. More mountain giants, summon trees. Get info on your heroes. On both heroes. Let's see. Drop. Yep, get that. Drop the thing before you sip. Yeah, right here. Should have dropped it and sipped it. It helps a lot, actually. I would say even get Chimeras. This is a pretty hefty game. It's pretty. Both have both have an expansion. Both have high heroes. Usually games that when I play against an Ivy, usually games don't last this long. I either forfeit or either win by this point. But I would go on champs at this point wouldn't be a bad idea. I feel like just throw up some. You don't even have to get Ancient of Wind anymore, so you can just throw up some couple of Chimera Rusts and try to see if you can get some Chimeras and kill the Knights and focus some priests with it. They're not that great against Rifle, obviously. If there's not a lot of them. If you have a lot of chimps, then yeah. But this is not 4v4. But you have Mighty Giants for that, so I feel like a few chimps could be okay. 2-3 chimps could do the trick. I feel like to give you a lot of damage because Dryas ain't gonna do a lot of damage. So are the Mountain Giants. Are just not gonna do damage to Knights. Knights are pretty much counter to all. I mean, the Knights don't really counter Dryad, I guess, but Dryad is gonna have a hard time killing Knight. And he has rifles, so rifles will kill Dryads. They'll probably kill the archer to get some supply as well. I would have probably made some giants, few Dryads, and try to make some chimeras at this point. But this is a hefty game. I am kind of at a loss to what exactly now we want to do here, but I feel like chimps could be the only solution at this point for that raw damage.
Research finished.
Let's go forward. Let's see what's happening here. Oh, and just taking up your wisps and just exploding on his priests and his heroes could help you out as well. Reduce their mana severely so they don't just cast freely, just detonate all their mana. This dude has scrolls on scrolls. He has 2 scrolls on each hero. Where's the mountain at? Damn, he's stacked. This guy is fat. This guy's been eating very good. This is going approximately the way I thought it would go. Dryads are just dying, and Mountain Giants don't do squat. Once the Knights are out, I mean. Well, it is. Could be worse, to be honest. It's not too bad at this point, I feel like. But a human is he should come out on top here. His is way a lot vast of a force right now. Is he using scrolls? Okay, he used scrolls. Okay, he's using his scrolls. Almost level 5. Well, I'm in level 6. And he's making? He's making more knights. If I was a human, I would probably honestly went rather than going rifles. I guess he was in tier 2 for quite a while. If I was planning to go tier 3, I probably went for mortars rather than rifles. Yeah, I definitely think chimps could have done a lot of damage here. With this entangle focus, and just have your Mountain Giants just soak up damage, get a staff, and make sure he's gonna probably bolt the chimp, try to focus him, staff for the last second, and just focus fire as much as you can with chimps and soak up damage with giants. He has some juicy upgrades too. Well, now he's not too bad too. He has pretty good upgrades as well. But Human had such a big economic advantage the entire game. I mean, he really has to throw to lose this game. God, Mountain Giants are so tanky. Oh my god.
Research finished. sacred grove is being desecrated.
Let's see. I assume this is probably going to go on until the game is over, just back and forth. But he takes on expansion, and you pretty much lose at this point because you can't replenish forces like as well as a human can. It wasn't too bad. I thought this game was going to be a lot more one-sided, to be frank. It was just some macro. Oh, there's experience tome right here, just chilling. Nobody wants to even take it. Sad tome. Probably getting the anti-magic potion could be good for your final ultimate. But yeah, Human didn't really capitalize on this expansion for quite a while. Let's see, walking a tree over. Yep. Let's see, what else there's left to say here. Maybe it's just a replay is buggy. Maybe somebody did pick it up, but I don't know. It's twitching. But it was a lot closer. I thought he was going to just steamroll. He got the expansion, but he didn't really push advantage. He's just going all in with all the peasants, looks like, or he's going to try to expand. He's trying to expand. He's just going to chill here, maybe in the middle. But yeah, some chimps. I think chimps could have did the work, and just getting a shredder and having wisps to tower rush with or detonate on a human army could have been good. Just ruin his mana for that fight. Let's see. Let's speed this up.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
As soon as give me a last fight somewhere around here.
Your building is complete.
Honestly, I put in all the buildings could have been worth it. Just walk all of your buildings to your expo, all of them. Since you're not making units, they're just sitting there, not doing anything. At least they can help you out. If you root them down, they can just attack some units. Oh yeah, he has a way bigger army. He's gonna be pretty. If human plays this right, it should be pretty much one-sided. I mean, ultimate could be nice from Keeper. Just drop that anti-magic potion. Just drop an ultimate. Could be good, but I don't think it's it's not a game changer at this point. I don't know, maybe he messes up and you can. I mean, I've lost dumber games. Kali has full mana bar essentially. Oh, half a mana bar. Mountain ain't never gonna die. So, going back to this replay, I'm looking at it. I feel the key thing that didn't happen here was the harassing the human expansion. He got it for free. There was no point of contention here. He just went in there, took it, didn't take any loss on his main base, didn't take any loss on his expo play. He just throw it up, did some damage, and you sit on it. Stalled your expansion, but he still didn't capitalize it. He did not get to capitalize on his expansion as well as he could have. So, yeah, I think that's the main thing. Okay, so harass a human, pick up. You should be able to pick up. If you harass with Keeper, you're probably going to be able to pick up maybe a footy or two, maybe 2-3 peasants as well. Show that you're there. Amass few units, like make some units. You could probably creep without your Keeper at this point. You could, let's say you have 2 archers, 1 huntress. You send your ancient right here. You start creeping it. You heal up with your whatever. You probably won't have to really heal with wisps. This should be you should kill this fast enough. You kill this, then you did your harass. You come back. You take a bigger camp like this one. You take this. You buy a shredder. Send over here. You should be like. I think to get level 3, you're gonna have to probably creep this, or you might wanna even go over here. Maybe creep this. Let's take this away from him. Have a wisp right here so you see what's going on here, right? So you may be able to creep this and this, and then you see that he's doing this. You can just straight up go here and see if you can do a bunch of damage to him, and you should probably get level 3 of that. If he's not doing this, you can probably creep this, and then get level 3, go this way, do a bunch of damage as much as you can. Send your units in, summon some trees, do some damage. While you're doing that, throw up a tree right here, like an ancient of life right here. I'm not sure what the sweet spot here is. Maybe right here somewhere. Throw it up, but do a bunch of damage. When you're retreating, just go back here, creep this up, throw this tree up, start expanding, take this expansion. And maybe while you're doing all of that, you can just go tier 2 at this point. You have a bunch of units. You have expansion walking over. You expanding. You can go tier 2. And you just constantly put pressure on the human. Don't let him come out. Just put pressure on him as much as you can. Make sure that he's using his militia. He's not getting a lumber. If he's not getting a lumber, he's not getting a dispel. And if he's not getting a dispel, you can just run wild on his ass. Then you tier 2. You get your second hero. You creep out your second hero. You can probably, I don't know, creep this. What else there is to creep here? Maybe creep this, and whatever left over, you feel like you can creep, right? And you can harass with your keeper. Yeah, I think that would be probably, I feel like the optimal, really. You just don't let him get a free expansion. Make sure to scout it. Don't ever let the human get a free expansion. He uncontested completely. Nothing was lost in either of his bases, which is not good. If you can't take his expansion, if he is concentrated, if he has some towers here, his forces here, just go to his main base. And even if he blocks it, he can just summon trees and make a gap and just walk into his base and just start killing shit. Easy. Right? I think that's the main thing watching out here. Just don't let him expand for nothing. Put some pressure on him. I think that I kind of try to explain from my point of view when I play human to the because like I said, I don't really play a lot of elves, but I seem like somebody who plays elves probably a lot more than I do could probably give out a lot better advice, a lot more things you should watch out for and be expecting. But from my point of view as a human player, I guess it's not elves. This is what I would struggle against the most. And I get a lot of practice against night elves. So just pressure, expand behind your pressure, contain me inside of my base to where I cannot leave. I can't, get the units I want because I'm constantly under pressure using militia, not getting a lumber, and securing. And now I've secured his position by throwing up their own expansion. Now I can't stop it. I'm just contained, right? That's over. I just get drained. And if things are going well, you can even drop a tower rush as well. If you have like I said, if you have a shredder, you should have a bunch of whispers you don't even need. You can just, if you feel confident, just bring them over and just tower rush. You literally put a timer on this game. If your human doesn't stop that tower rush right then and there, that's GG. They lost the game. But that's pretty much it. That's all I really have to say about it. I think that's everything I could think of to my best knowledge, essentially. Hopefully that helps.